AITA for demanding my mother-in-law pay for the $10,000 damage she caused at our home? It all started on a Sunday morning that seemed perfectly ordinary. I came home after a long night shift, expecting the quiet hum of our little sanctuary, our first home, the place my wife and I had built together from scratch. But the moment I stepped through the door, I knew something was wrong. The living room looked different. Wrong. The walls were bright yellow, clashing violently with our neutral gray sofa. The sofa itself was draped in a floral slipcover I had never bought or approved. And the aquarium, the centerpiece of our living room, carefully chosen and maintained, was gone. Completely gone. I froze, my heart hammering. I knew immediately who was responsible. My mother-in-law, Linda. She had a reputation for helping that usually ended in disaster, but I had hoped this time would be different. Clearly, I was wrong. As I took in the room, my hands shook. Water stains on the hardwood, scratches on the floorboards, a faint smell of damp wood. She had clearly drained the tank herself, spilling water everywhere. My aquarium, home to years of care and thousands of dollars, was gone. By the time my wife came home, she was pale. "Mom, what did you do?" she whispered. "She redecorated," I said flatly, though destroyed felt more accurate. Linda, standing in the corner with a smile that made my blood boil, said, "Oh, don't be dramatic. I just thought the room needed a little brightness. You should be thanking me." I could feel my jaw tighten. Over $10,000 in new floors, furniture, and the aquarium, gone, ruined. And she thought she was doing us a favor. I tried to stay calm. I wanted to reason with her. "Linda, you caused damage. This isn't about decorating. It's about respect. You need to pay for this." Her laugh made my skin crawl. "Pay? I'm your mother-in-law. You can't just demand money from family." But I couldn't let it go. I thought about all the times I had helped her, covered bills, driven her to appointments, lent money when she asked. All of it meant nothing now. That night, I sat at my desk, shaking, and began itemizing every cost: the flooring, painting, cleaning, new aquarium. By the time I finished, the total was $10,472. I typed a calm, detailed email, explaining the damage, attaching receipts, and gave her a deadline to pay at least half. 4 days she ignored me. Blocked my calls. The family started calling me controlling, disrespectful. The son-in-law from hell. My wife begged me to let it go, for the sake of peace. But I couldn't. My home, my effort, my money, she had no right to ruin it and walk away. When she finally showed up on our porch with a check for $5,000, I didn't thank her. I didn't smile. I just told her not to come inside uninvited again. Weeks passed. The repairs began. I spent hours supervising the workmen. Every time I saw them replacing the floors, repainting walls, reinstalling the aquarium, I relived the anger, frustration, and violation I had felt. I also replayed every conversation with Linda in my mind, trying to understand how she could think this was okay. I realized it wasn't about the money, it was about control over our lives, our home, our decisions. My wife struggled too. She wanted harmony, even if it meant ignoring what her mother had done. It created tension in our marriage, small arguments escalating into bigger ones. I remember one night, sitting at the kitchen table, her tears mixing with my own frustration, and finally, we talked. "I'm not asking for revenge," I told her. "I'm asking for respect. We built this home together. We earned it. No one has the right to destroy it." She nodded, understanding for the first time. We were finally on the same side, united. The day the living room was finally restored, I stood in the middle of it, looking around. Everything was perfect again: the floors, the furniture, the aquarium gleaming in the corner. Relief washed over me, but more than that, a sense of accomplishment. Boundaries had been set. Respect had been demanded. Even now, months later, our relationship with Linda remains strained. She tries to reach out